Yes, but this 6.73%, of course, it would be like 1 plus 6.73%, 1 by 4, right? And it could be 1 point, and you can convert it into 0.07067 divided by 4, right?
Right.
And you solve this, it would be let me just calculate again. It would be 1.0673.
1.1, no, 0.16825.
825, right? Yeah, and answer would be 1 plus, sorry, 1.0168825, and then you multiply with the number,
With
right?
the number.
So
Good.
most of the students will make a mistake regarding here. They don't put this percentage sign. So this interest rate is annualized 6.73%. So how much you have to use this interest, how much you use the money, and how much is you get the savings, it depends on the number of days you kept the money with the bank. If this is you use for 30 days, then 30 divided by 360. If you use it for 90 days, 90 divided by 360. So total number of days is 360. This is the usage of the money. 90 days, 60 days, 120 days, or whatsoever. If whole year, then it becomes 360 by 360. Answer is gonna be 1, so we don't write it. Right?
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the summary. In our previous class, we don't have much time, so we just, talk about that. It's on you. And we have just, I think, 5 minutes to cover this summary. So exchange rate movements are commonly measured by percentage changes. We talk about that appreciation. Depreciation is just a formula for percentage change. New minus old divided by old. Similarly. So equilibrium exchange rate between two countries determined by the demand and supply. That's it. We talk about that what if the supply increases or supply decreases. So who is creating supply? Those who have, or those countries who has that currency. So who supply the dollar? Americans, right? And who demand the dollar? Outside Americans. So the key economic factors that can influence exchange rates, we talk about that today. We have again discussed. These are inflation, which kind of inflation? Relative inflation, relative interest rate, relative income, and then we talk about the government controls and expectations. We talk about that some factors, they are called trade factors and some are called financial factors. So unique international trade and financial flows between every pair of the countries dictate the unique supply and demand condition for currencies. So similarly, like we talk about that, the interest rate and income, relative income, they have, sorry, not the inflation and the income has connection. So those countries who have high inflation and those countries who have high income, their currency is going to be depreciate. But how depreciate? The mechanism is different, but answer is the same, that it's depreciate. So mechanism can be found out through demand and supply. So the movement in the exchange rate between two non-dollar currencies can be determined by considering the movement in each currency against dollar and applying intuition. So we just based this through the method. We talk about the dimension method in which we talk about what kind of cross rate you want to calculate. So if you follow my advice, then you don't need to think about every time in dollar, because we are not native, we are not American citizen. But the book is because US centric. So that's why while reading this book, consider yourself that you are American. Then you will understand very easily. But in order to find out cross rates, please follow my method. It will be very easy, and you won't be confused if you read or the other non-US authored books. Then your answer will be correct. And then the financial institutions can attempt to benefit from expected appreciation of the currency. Look at the word expected, in which we talk about expectation. And expectation can be on the basis of your judgment through your analysis or on the basis of speculation. So they can attempt to benefit from expected depreciation of the currency by borrowing, right? So you borrow where the currency is going to depreciate, exchanging it for their home currency, then buying the currency back before they repay the loan. We just did the example, right? So your home country was, for example, the US. You bought it, the euro from European bank, convert it into a US dollar, save it with your own bank, and after that receive the money, convert it into the euro, and pay back the money. Difference is your profit. So our exam is going to be on 5th of November, and the exam is just like we did in our principle of accounting and economics class. So I'm going to be uploading two parts, part 1 and part 2, right? Part 1 is MCQs and true false, and I also going to be uploading its answer sheet in Word format so that it's easy for you to edit it. Okay, if you want to use ePen or you want to edit it with your computer, for me it's okay. But I will be giving you a time constraint to limit this window of opportunity to cheat. I will be giving you a very small timing in which you just barely complete your answer sheet, and that's it, so that the window of cheating going to be minimized. I hope you are not offended with our part 1 analysis, and it's fair as well. Part 2 going to be your answering the question, or small numerical parts, like working on this, where to find out the profit, where to invest, where to borrow, how much to borrow, and what is the cross rate. It's like that. So I already uploaded the practice question on our BB. So after this lecture, I will be also sending you those practice question on our WeChat group as well. So that's it. Any question for today's lecture and regarding exam? I will be happy to answer. If there is no question, then this is the end of our lecture.
So basically the first part of the exam, you are sending to us like some questions to be prepared, right?
Yes.
Like true or false and so as same as a micro.
Yes.
And for the, I don't know, the second part, we could expect like questions some that we did.
Numerical questions.
Yeah, like
Some assignment like question in which you need to explain which currency is to be appreciated, which currency is to be depreciated. Short questions, not long questions, or some numericals. Same pattern, because you also got lectured by me in our previous semester. So the same pattern I'm going to be applying.
okay. And we also can send it to you in like PDF format or Word format. Is that okay?
You need to send me in PDF or Word format whatsoever. But
Okay.
the second part, you will be sending me in your handwriting, like the one you are sending me in the assignment
Yeah.
format. Take a
Just
picture, paste it into a Word file, send it to me in Word file so that I can check.
very good.
Because there's some kind of like, I have touch screen, I have a pen, but that pen doesn't work in PDF. So it's only work in Word. So I can check it in a very quick way. And it's very easy for me to check
See.
and give you the
Yeah,
grade.
because that's why I'm asking you, because at least for me, making Word is much more troublesome than making it in PDF, because I have this app, that
Okay.
works as a scanner. So when I take a picture, it's automatically transforming in a PDF format. So maybe during the exam, it would be like, short time. So maybe if you could allow like send the first version per PDF and then converting Word.
I will give you ample time for our second part. You just take a picture and then paste it into your Word file. You will be given enough time for that one. But for part
Okay.
one, so you will be restricted because I need to narrow down this window of cheating. Okay, I hope
I,
you. I
I
hope you.
see, I see. Yeah, yeah, always. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay. So, any more question regarding our this lecture? Any concept? No? Okay, I'm going to end the meeting. And David, if you have a question, then we can just talk about after this.
Can we?
Just wait, let me just finish the class. Okay. Good luck for
Sure.
our exam. And I hope next week I'm
Amen.
going to see you in on a smile on your face.